Hey guys, today we are going to talk about text evidence. Nope, that's, there we go. Text evidence. So when you are answering or when you are reading a chapter and you come across questions that require text evidence, we're going to talk about what that means. So, when you are reading a chapter of a book, you have to think about what the author means when he or she says certain things. So sometimes they'll be alluding to something that you should know, or you have to figure out why the character does what the character does or says at the given time. So in chapter 1 of The Hate You Give, which you are going to read today, Star goes to a party with Kenya, and she instantly feels out of place. That's the first thing you're going to learn, is that she instantly feels out of place. And you have to figure out why she feels out of place. So in the example, it says, whatever, if I had known following her to this party meant she'd be on some extreme makeover Star Edition mess, I would have just stayed home and watched Fresh Prince reruns. My Jordans are comfortable, and damn, they're new. That's more than some people can say. The hoodie's way too big, but that's the way I like it. Plus, if I pull it over my nose, I can't smell the weed. So one of the questions says, I shouldn't have come to this party. Why does the narrator feel so out of place? Use text evidence. So, what's one reason she feels out of place? Well, she says that Kenya is trying to do an extreme makeover. So for those of you who don't know, that's a show where they take a person who is kind of grungy and they turn them into like this beautiful, lavish person. They makeup, hair, all the things. So that's one reason she feels out of place, because she feels like she can't be herself. Even with, you're going to learn that Kenya is her sister, half sister, kind of, sort of. There are a bunch of different reasons why Star feels so out of place at this party. And you should, when you're reading, you should walk through and mark all of those spots. And then think about, how would you feel if you were in that situation? Remember, when you're answering questions like this, you need at least two sentences. One, answering the question that I lied. You need 3 sentences. One answering the question, one with a quote from the book, and one explaining why the quote answers the question. So make sure that all of your answers have three at least sentences to them. This is a slide. You can look at it if you are confused. And today you are going to read chapter 1. Remember that this entire book is on YouTube. If you would rather listen to it, it is on YouTube. And you are going to create the mastery check. In the mastery check, you are going to have to answer the question, suddenly I'm Eve in the garden after she ate the fruit. Why do you think the author used this analogy? Use any evidence you may need to support your answer. I'm going to help some of you out. If you don't understand the idea of if you don't understand the idea of Eve eating the fruit, you might want to Google that first. Or ask the person sitting next to you what that reference is. But that's all for today.